Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I bring you a very special video. Today I'm going to show you my top 3 ways to find Wonderkids on FM21. Coming in at number 1, guys, is youth intakes. This one is my personal favourite. I'm a big fan of this one. As you can see here, we're in a very random Norwich safe that I've just created. We are in March when all the European clubs / English clubs have their youth intakes. So what you have to do here, guys, is come up here next to the FM options button, come over to the world icon, click that, and then come over to the world drop down menu here, come down to the transfers one on this side here on the left, and then come down to this drop down menu here and go to youth intake. As you can see, a lot of these players here have just come through in the Premier League youth intake. We've got England selected specifically. We've not got any other nations in there. But as you can see, you can click on any of these players. You will not be able to see their attributes, but that is not a problem. But you can do this instead. You have to be very quick with this one though, guys, because these players will get contracts very quickly. So here, as you can see, Andre Williams on the 17th of March 2021. The date is here. He's come through today. You'll come here. You can approach to sign this guy straight away. No transfer fee involved. You can sign him literally instantly. He might not be the best one in the world, but you have to go through all of these. It will take some time, this one, guys. So just take your time. Go through every single one on the list. It will take, like I said, it will take a long time. But it's very efficient. We'll look at a team with a bigger player. Look at this guy here, like from Chelsea. We'll go through some of these. Try and find a really good one. We'll now look at the bigger teams though, because they are more likely to have the better players. The way I do it, I'll click on the link here and you can see their value. If they do have a high value, it probably means they are probably going to be a decent player. So we'll just scroll through here, look for some here. As you can see, these ones aren't the best ones. 51,000 is not too bad, but then 125,000, that is one of the better ones. So he's probably one of the better ones out of that. Man United, they also have good youth intakes, because you do want to look for players that have got, or good, you have to look for teams that have good youth facilities and will have good youth intakes. This one here, Alex Ellis. As you can see, he's worth £425,000 as a youngster. I can approach to sign him here, and we can sign him before Man United even have a chance to give him a contract. So it's absolutely insane. You can really steal some good players here. As you can see here, guys, we have found a player called Matthew McCormack. He's valued at 1.9 million at 16 years old. That is very, very high. We're going to click on him here. We can approach to sign him. And as you can see, it is red. If this does occur, guys, you can still get him. So what you do is, you come to Matthew McCormack. You offer him a trial. It doesn't have to be 1 week. It could be 2, 3, or 4. It does not matter. But we'll offer him a trial. We'll continue 1 or 2 days. And he should be in the club within seconds. As you can see, they have accepted the trial offer. It's that quick. Sometimes they will say no and the trialist will not come along, like here. A lot of the time, though, they will come and they will join you. And then once the player who was red and wouldn't talk to you before is in the club and on trial with you, he will then sign a contract. When you're a team like Norwich trying to get a youngster from Liverpool, it can be a little bit tricky. But if you're a massive team, like a bigger team and with a higher reputation, you can steal a lot of good Wonderkids, guys. This is my favourite way to find Wonderkids. A very, 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 very long way of doing it, but it is efficient. You will have to pay some compensation fees, but to get a player like that, Matthew McCormack, he's valued at what he was valued at 1.6 million. He's gone down for some reason now. I'm probably assuming he's signed a contract. Yes, he has. So that's how quick they do it, guys. It's like a matter of 2 to 3 days, and they will sign contracts. But if you can get him for like 1.2 million to 2 million in compensation, that's a lot better than paying 100 million for him in a year's time. So yeah, that is number 1, guys, and that is my favourite way to get FM Wonderkids. Coming in at number 2, guys, is internationals. And what I mean by this is international squads. As I will show you, guys, we are on my Norwich save from Twitch. And we are fairly long into the save now. We're in 2025. We will come into a random nation like Switzerland. Let's go there. They've got an under-18 squad with no one in it. Under 19. So this is what we'll do. You will literally just go to the under 19s, check the highest value player, click and look at their attributes and see if they're any good. If they're not, you move on. Go to the under 20s, again by value. But also what I'll do when I start getting to the under 20 squad, I'll do it by age. If there's a 16-year-old in the under 20 squad, he's probably a good player with a lot of potential. Again, you can't see his attributes, but plays for Dortmund, £22,000 for Switzerland, not a bad option there. We'll then move on to the under 21 squad. Go by value again. 3.5 million. He's 22 years old, so he's not exactly young. But then we do it by age again. There's a 15-year-old in the under 20 squad. He's probably a good player. So you will scout him, get the information you need, and then obviously put in a bid. I would then go to the senior squad and do not by value on this one, just by age, just to see what youngsters they have in there. And as you can see, they've got a decent 19-year-old, plays for PSG, is a new gen, but that's the ones you want. You want the new gens because they do come through very powerful. Once we are done with Switzerland, this little arrow here next to the flag, go down. And you will go through basically all the European teams in the World Cup qualifying section. That will take you through there, and you rinse and repeat. 16-year-old there, 17-year-old, £275,000. Looks like he could be a good one. Then we go to the under-19s again. Rinse and repeat, guys. Ilka Ozer. Looks like he could be a decent player again. Into the under-21s. Do it by value, but also then by age. A 15-year-old in the under-21 squad. Got to be a good player. Can't see his attributes, but you just scout him and have a little look. That is how I do that. Once you have done Europe, you will then go on to a different continent. So you will then maybe come over to Nigeria, do them. Same thing. Then once you get to the senior squad, you press the arrow again, and it's just the African teams. You can do this with South America as well and Asia. It's a very effective way of doing it, guys, and that is my number 2 way of finding Wonderkids on FM21. Coming in at number 3, guys, is the hot prospects. What I mean by the hot prospects is a club's hot prospects. This is a very good way of finding youth. This is a very good way of finding Wonderkids in FM21 and any FM available to you that's been played before. As you can see, you come here to the club info, you go to here, look at the hot prospect, and you see who it is. All you have to do is click on the name, search the player, and then rinse and repeat. We'll go through just the Premier League as an example. So that's my one at Norwich in my Twitch save. We come to Sheffield United, we look at Dylan Catton. Looks like he could be a very good player. He is wanted by a few clubs already on loan at only 18 years old. So you go down here, press the little down arrow again, and it will show you different players. Noam Salomon. Again, could be a good player. You are mainly looking for the bigger clubs on this one because you want to find teams with good youth intakes and good reputation and stuff like that, because they will find the better Wonderkids 9 times out of 10. Again, this one's for Spurs. He could be very good as well. We'll go look at someone like Manchester United, who might have a better youth intake, as they are a big club and they're very well known in FM for finding good Wonderkids and having good players come through their youth intakes. So Max Saylor, very good player, 15 years old. He's worth £625,000. He looks like he could be very good. Great first touch. Concentration's high as well. Technique's going to be good. Teamwork is between 17 and 20. Absolutely brilliant. We could even then go over to one of the foreign countries like River Plate, the biggest team in Argentina, and you can go through all the countries. All you have to do is go through the leagues. So it's very similar to how you do it in the internationals, but this is a club way of doing it. A lot of these players might be in the international way of doing it. That's why I say do the international one first. But then here we come to Alfredo Chimino, 18 years old. Looks like he could be a decent player. Obviously you can't see his attributes, so you will have to give him a scout. But again, we just do that. We come down, look at San Lorenzo, Lucas Alvarez, scout him, and then do that. And this way you only have to scout however many teams are in the league. So in Argentina it's like 15 or 16, I think. But we come down again to the bigger clubs, sorry, not the smaller clubs, the bigger clubs like Boca Juniors, if we can find them. And you see they've got Juan Linares, again 16 years old, £200,000 in Argentina, a very good price for an Argentinian youngster. And like I said, you just rinse and repeat. You then go to the Brazilian leagues, have a little look over there and see that. Go to Flamengo, Hugo Leonardo, all the Brazilians. Look at the state of him. 18 years old, only valued at £110,000. You could probably pick him up for quite cheap. If he's got a minimum fee release clause of 21.5 million. You may be able to get him cheaper. Again, just click the little arrow, go down the teams, click the hot prospect, give him a scout. If you're confident they're a good player, just put in a bid, get him early. But there, those are my 3 ways of finding Wonderkids on FM21, guys. There you go, guys. Those are my 3 favourite ways to find FM21 Wonderkids. These have worked in the past, and I'm sure they'll carry on working in the future, guys. If you do know any better ways to find Wonderkids, please leave them in the comments. I would love to learn, and I would love to hear it. If you do find any Wonderkids from these methods as well, let me know as well in the comments. I hope I can help you out. I really do hope this helps you find some absolute gems. If you have enjoyed the video, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the little bell notification so you can see when the next video goes live. Appreciate you watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one.